You're not gonna waste this time, Kevin. There is the Jazz Garden restaurant. Jump! Jump!
Carriage. Carriage means old town, and it's not square, it's rectangular. It's 7 blocks wide, about 14 blocks long. Look to my left. Past those trees, Mississippi River. This location, the river's over half a mile wide. It's over 247 feet deep. I mean, you guys brought this cold weather from us.
It's destined to follow us.
It really doesn't get this cold this early in the winter, you know?
Yeah.
In fact, a few days ago, it was 70 degrees.
Yeah.
After 6 o'clock, the weather showed another front came through, and the temperature started to rise. They were talking about it was freezing overnight. That's a rarity in late January, early February.
Yeah.
How we rode over the deposits of the Mississippi River right here. The river's truly awesome. 500 years ago, the mouth of the Mississippi River was where Baton Rouge is. In fact, that's where our continental shelf is.
Where do you catch your carriage at?
Further down at Jackson Square. Yeah, had to ask me that when I was loaded. I was sitting out there waiting, you know. So my right is Johnny's po' boy. Originally a po' boy was French fries, one French bread, cost about a nickel. Now they put meat on it, goes around $5. Johnny's no longer a po' boy. Johnny is rich now. My left is all school of cooking. We're going to go back to Creole, we'll go right there. They'll show you. Then they'll allow you to allow you to step up on your own. They'll even let you down on what you prepared. Right into my left is Golden's Restaurant. Google that celebrity chef. Don't Google the guy. You know, you see him on TV?
Yeah.
They own that restaurant, two more restaurants in the city. Everyone's a nobody calls them the other. To my right is the Napoleon House. There's Rod built a room in that Napoleon. And those that was out of captivity come here and live. But that never happened. She died before getting there. It's still called the Napoleon House.
Still that.
Is the Army Royal Orleans Hotel. That site slave auctions were held. To my left, a white marble building, this old courthouse. Built around 1895. Several movies were made there. Blaze, Angkor, Assassination, JFK, that's the name. Shoot a movie here
I wonder which one they're shooting.
Now we cross the Royal Street. This is the first street that was paved in the Missouri. And if you look to my left, the Puerto Rican restaurant, the oldest Italian restaurant in the city. I know you want since 1900. My right is Antoine's restaurant. Second oldest in the city since 1840. Anywhere from 3 to 8 feet below sea level begins the river behind us. Slowly descends as we move along in this direction. I'm up to both people. Look at the lady in the middle of pictures. I already made it. It's gonna fit me.
I can't tell you, sometimes the looks are deceiving. I don't know. How old do you think? How old do you think?
What about 74?
No way! She's 74 years old. No woman is that. That's one of the pictures that's got that close. I wasn't there, so I say
Welcome back, Nelson. That's the one with the long, nice strong. Look to my left. That arch there is Armstrong Park. Named for Louis Armstrong, who was an officer in the city. He left here in the 20s when Chicago started becoming famous. He didn't come back much after that because he was an officer. He did not have a family. And all the architecture here is Spanish, not French. Managed at the place from 1762 until 1803. That's when Napoleon asked that Spain was turning back to France. And they did. Upon receiving it, Napoleon immediately sold it to the Americans for that $15 million. They call that the Louisiana Purchase. It effectively doubled the size of the United States as it was at that time. It went into making of 14 original states and parts of 7 more. One of the best real estate malls. Just to get your attention. Make sure you're not sleeping.
Wake you up.
That's our own Reason Spoon in the Rue Carriage. They do their hamburgers under the hubcap of a 59 Ford. I see all the slave quarter right there. Look at the roof right there. Same building as the Reason Spoon is. Sometimes you notice the fresh windows, but you notice the windows are just as tall as the doors. I think it's cold, maybe. They're not doing it. The population of the Rue Carriage is about 17,000 people. I want to come here and live in the buy that on cottage for 1.7 million. Now look to my left here. That's a Lafitte blacksmith shop. That's where John C. retired. His brother Pierre worked at blacksmith. One of them was coming with a boy in the church. What they call those deals. That building dates between 1721 and 1731. It's the third oldest boy in the United States. The oldest boy is Max Saunders on 6th Avenue in New York City. The second oldest is Concord, New Hampshire. Then there's that one there. John Lafitte, by the way, and his Baratarians were the ones who assisted Andrew Jackson in winning the Battle of New Orleans. He was a Robinson Baptist type person. He theoretically took from the rich and gave to the poor. For example, one time the governor put a price on his head here. He doubled that amount, put it on the governor's head. That's the type of person he was. To my left, that building over there, McDonald number 15 school. That school in Baltimore was built with the money that was left by John McDonald. John McDonald was a wealthy landowner and slave owner in the city. When he died in the late 1850s, he left over $850,000 that was intended to be used to build schools for the children of the city. With that money, they built those 41 schools. And most of them still function. Now, this is the most photographed intersection of the Rue Carriage, the Royal and St. Philip. Royal here. Look at those galleries. Look at that ironwork. Ironwork is built. Black slaves in the Senegambia region of Western Africa. Now, if you look closely, the design changes from building to building, and even from level to level. You see the African motif and the Spanish impression in that grillwork. New Orleans and Savannah, Georgia are the only two locations where you find the same type ironwork built by the same type people. Now, see that parking lot that once was a courtyard, the Spanish put that there. And they were put there for security reasons. When they were attacked in the front, they board everything up, fall back to the rear of the courtyard where they were collectively defend themselves. My right is Rita's restaurant, a soul food restaurant with that pearl cut. They do believe in the truth and onion bell peppers on it. Oh, it's pretty good. This is Charlie Street. Tom, what was the population of those places you're from?
Well, no. It's small. It has one red light. We call it the red light.
What do y'all do?
Just work, go home. That's about it.
What kind of employment is this? What kind of job?
I work in a credit union. He works in a body shop at a car dealership.
You find them all over the place. You one of them.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like a wore-out old buddy, man.
You go anywhere to get your job. Either one of you. You come in New Orleans. And tell me you learn how to do this Creole cooking and take it back up there exhibits. You really instantaneously. All right, come on, right. There's the Earthline time that the nuns came here in 1721. When they did, they brought some young ladies with them known as the casket girls. They called them that because all their belongings were wooden boxes that resembled caskets. In 1747, they moved that building there that's integrated to the wall. By the way, that building It's the only building that was originally built by the French. That's still standing here in the supposed French Quarter. All the rest of the architecture is Spanish. Right now, that's a repository for all kinds of Catholic churches in the city, and it's also a museum. You guys get much shrimp up here where you live?
Yeah, go to Red Lobster or something.
Oh, shit. That's not the real thing.
No.
You have to go off if you want it.
Oh, boy. You like shrimp?
Oh, yeah.
Try some seafood here, shrimp or oyster. Tremendously good. I'm not talking about all breaded stuff you find in the freezing part of it.
Yeah, the real thing.
To my left, there was my house known as the House of the Rising Sun. Made famous by Bob Dylan and Old Lead Belly song and so on. It was House of Irrefute and called the House of the Rising Sun because if you were a patron in there, the sun was rising, you had to rise too. You could not be in there after the sun had risen. And this white collar mansion there is the home of General P.G. Beauregard, real Confederate general, whose troops fired on Fort Sumter April 12, 1861, commencing the Civil War. That's the home of Francis Parkinson Clyde. Well, it was the home also of Francis Parkinson Clyde, a noted novelist who wrote about the root already. Look how that fence that wall is impregnated with a broken glass up top. They call that New Orleans burglar alarm. One of the practices that was brought here by the Spanish. Am I right at St. Mary's Church? The name of that church has changed many times, depending upon the nationality of the immigrants that would be coming through the city. New Orleans is the most European city of the United States. And we also more interesting because we are a port city that has we've hosted different ethnic groups, racial groups, and national groups, and everybody's brought something with them. For example, in gumbo and okra, they use okra in Michigan to thicken their soups. From that other beginning, we get okra gumbo, seafood gumbo, sausage gumbo, chicken gumbo, and all that kind of stuff. Same principle involved in preparing it all, just the ingredients are a little different. That's an all the slave quarter right there. Slaves live upstairs, animals down. And the man now has an apartment. There's two garbage pickups here a day. And the second one up there we looked at. I thought they were over that, finished that for the night. Malaria would come to the city every summer. Every summer somebody would die. We had no drainage here, surface or subsurface in the 1800s, early 1900s. So wherever the water fell, that's where it stayed. That provided a good place for me. I identified mosquitoes to propagate. That was a carriage with all bacteria. Over there where we cannot go, that's Old French Market. To the left is the flea market. The vendors come and go every day. They will trade and... What you doing out here, old man? They will trade and barter with you. When you get there about 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, it's ready to go. It's amazing the things you find at reasonable prices. I started my last in Jimmy Buckets. Reasonable. Open around noon. They have live entertainment. They'll party for 3 hours out in the morning. I went this cold and Fort Payne, you say, Alabama?
Yeah, it gets pretty cold up there sometimes.
You know, Santa's old man, he can't handle that cold much. So when it gets cold there, he can get the hell out of there. He jumps on his sled. He comes right here, and Santa's quarters. You know, when he gets here, he's got a little hot gumbo with filet in it, hot coffee with chicken in it, too. You can find here there 365 days a year. All right, it's Feast Cafe. Ain't up a little time living on the feast. It's tremendously quick bunch in there. Over 100 years old. All right, it's a big walk around. Like all Louisiana have a seat there, boys. That window right there, boy. You can serve it to your pipe and hot. Now, that statue is John Lawrence. Here it tells about Charles de Gaulle and France. All right, it's Frank's. You can look at that sandwich there. You call that a buffalo. It's on a round bun, top of Italian meat cheeses. On top of that, they put olive down. Very tasty. They invented that sandwich at the Central Grocery though. And also, that's where Andrew's at in Kentucky. The Tennessee Troops for House. Have a door. First time here?
Yeah.
Oh boy, you gotta come from Moneyground. That was ball. Moneyground. You know, like that comes with gas and everything. Last 2 weekends. Last weekend April, the first week in May. They use the fairground, they erect large tents devoted to different types of music. They soul, jazz, country, you know, whatever, gospel. And then they have some food booths. They have some food there that's better than what you can find. And even our 5-star restaurants here. That's Two Jack's Restaurant, the third oldest in the city, since 1856. The only one that does not have a menu. It's just like at our homes, whatever you prepare, that's what's served. If you go in, somebody will tell you what they have, and if you don't like that, they'll tell you when to go to get what you want. But notwithstanding that, the food is tremendously good there. This kind of probably shop. That probably is nothing but a New Orleans candy with a lot of pecans in it and sugar. Right over there where you see that white green striped awning, you know, it's Cafe 89. Maybe it's that French donut over the weekend. Square. It does not have a roll in it. That was the second. It's very tasty.
They probably go right over there, huh?
Well, we've been around the corner, we've been around the bend. Where we started. Right there is where we're in, and I hope you get well. As I was saying before, right at Jackson Square, two small marches parade, and there were executions in there too. That was the first thing they did after establishing the city. And thank you very, very much.